International students, if you intend to study abroad, I want to draw your attention to the fact that we have a lot of videos on this YouTube channel to help you, from scholarships in Europe, from study for free in USA, for funding opportunities in USA, for grad school free application, for scholarships in Asia. All right, so if you are an international student and you intend to study abroad for free, you don't have money, then you should subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you watch every video that we. As an international who is looking for opportunities to migrate to Turkey in 2023, you should understand that there are various visa types you are going to get. Again, equally, before you could go to the Turkish embassy yourself and apply for the visa, but nowadays there is an agent or agency. When you try to book an appointment using the Turkish embassy's website, it is going to direct you to this agency. All right, so what you need to know is that you are going to go through a second body or a third party to apply for your Turkish student visa. Remember, this video is all about a student visa to Turkey. Alright, and the title of the video is how you can move to Turkey in 2023, either from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Cameroon, from Africa, anywhere around Africa. Alright, so if you have been looking for content like this, please, the first thing you should do for us is to like this video, and do not forget the subscribe button is below here. Alright, please click the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell so that when I post a next video, you would be the first to watch. Now, before I proceed with the video, I am going to be talking about how you can locate universities and equally apply and move to Turkey using a Turkish student visa or a student visa to Turkey. Remember, this is not a residence permit, this is just a student visa. When you arrive Istanbul or Ankara or any city in Turkey, you are going to produce or to go for your residence permit, and equally remember that it is not a permanent residency. I hope you understand. Now, another thing I want to reiterate here is that when you are trying to apply for the Turkish tourist visa or a student visa, I beg your pardon, remember that you have to go through the second party, and the party or the second person or the body you are going to be using to apply for the visa, because you are not going straight to the embassy, you are going through this centralized body put in place by Turkish officials. All right, you are going to spend $60 there plus the valued added tax. I don't know how much is the valued added tax, but they are going to charge you $60 before the valued added tax, before the visa application fee. As of 2016, when I applied for the Turkish student visa, mine was a transit visa, by the way. It was not that expensive. I think my visa was 50,000 CFA francs, all right, and the documents were different from a transit visa. But now I will be talking about the documents for a student visa. And before we talk about the documents, let's start from the basics. Now, if you want to study in Turkey, being it Istanbul or Ankara, it depends on you. All right, so the first thing you should do is to locate universities and apply for in Turkey. Now, there are a lot of universities in Turkey I want to draw your attention to. Some universities will need you to write entrance exams, while others will not. Some are private, some are public, some are non-profit organizations. So it depends on which one you are going to locate. All right, when you locate a university, the next thing you need to do now is to check requirements and deadlines, and of course apply for a position. I'm going to put some links in the video description box, and I'll equally put an email in the description box. If you want to study in Latvia, if you want to study in Turkey, use that email. All right, please use the correct email, because I'm not the one in charge of those accounts all. They will only respond and get information to me, then I will reply all of you. All right, so thank you. When you locate a university and of course apply to the university, all you need to do is to supply the documents the university needs. Please pay attention to requirements for you to apply to Turkish universities include your WAEC certificate if you are applying from Nigeria, and if you are applying from Ghana, you need your WSET certificate. All right, it is very, very important. Now, if you are applying from Cameroon, you need your O and your advanced level. O is ordinary levels and advanced level certificates. All right, these are the documents needed for basic application for Turkish bachelor's degree certificate or degree, in case you are chasing a bachelor's degree. Now, you may equally be asked to submit, or you may be asked to submit curriculum vitae and a motivation letter. That shouldn't be a problem. Now, after some time, you are going to get in and you are going to get the admissions. Okay, remember that when agents are trying to do application for you, make sure you explain to them how much you have, because most Turkish universities, some are expensive than others. A lot of universities in Turkey include Atatürk University, Bolucci University, Istanbul Technical University, Ankara Technical University. All right, there are a lot of them in Turkey. I cannot be counting, but I'll be bringing videos to explain to you which one is better and which is cheap or which is open for you to apply with respect to requirements. All right, remember, Turkish university classification is done per research work carried in these universities. Now, if you are finding it difficult to move directly to the European Union, I would suggest you start from Turkey, because Turkey has a lot of embassies for you. All right, remember, in Turkey, if you want to apply for another student visa to a different country in the European Union, you need to have your Turkish residence card. All right, it is very important, which is easy for you to get as a student in Turkey. Now, after you check a university and applied for, all right, remember, you are still going to check tuition fee before you apply. It is very important. After that is done, you are going to get admissions. All right, then after the admissions, you have to make a deposit. Most schools in Turkey, all right, that I know, most of them will charge you $1,000. All right, that is 1,000 euros. When you pay that 1,000 euros, the first letter they are going to give to you is the conditional acceptance offer. Then when you finish with that, you do the payment. When they send to you, you verify, you do the payment. They are going to now send the unconditional acceptance offer. One thing I want to draw your attention to again is, if you are dealing with an agent, be very careful and verify the school accounts from the university. I'm talking about people you cannot trust, because there are some people you can trust. Of course, you know them. All right, verify the school's account before you transfer the money into the account, and equally forward the receipt to them after it is done. Then when they see the receipt, they are going to verify and send you a conditional acceptance offer, an unconditional acceptance offer. All right, the agency you are going to use to apply for your student visa is called Voya Visa. All right, that is the agency in Northern Cyprus. For other countries, I do not know what it entails, but if you follow the booking section on the embassy's website, they are going to direct you to the embassy, to the second official, or let me say the third party, where you are going to be applying for your visa, because the visa application now is not done at the level of the embassy. Remember, you need to legalize all the documents you are going to apply for the visa. I will be listing the documents to you now. All right, the ones that are to be legalized, I will explain how you are going to go about that. Now, the very first requirements you need to apply for the visa, of course, you need an application form. This form will be filled over there or probably downloaded online. Please make sure you click the link to know what you need. Secondly, you need a copy of your passport, the international passport you need. All right, also understand that this visa is going to take at least 3 months. All right, that is how the process is nowadays. The reason for this is because they have to send your documents to Ankara for your Ankara to verify if you need the visa or not before they will give back information to your home country. Then your information will be directed, processed, and of course you now get your visa. So it's going to take at least 2 months up. I have a friend who has been waiting for over 2 months now. So that is what you should understand. Now, after the passport, the second document is your acceptance letter from the university, not the conditional offer, the unconditional acceptance letter, but of course you are going to take the two. All right, then you also need proof of payment of the school fees. That is the first deposit, which is 1,000 euros. You need to show that you have paid that deposit. All right, it is very important. If you do not show that you have actually paid the deposit, it is useless and you may not be able to apply for the Turkish student visa or the student visa to Turkey. Now, another document you need is flight reservations. You can just book the flight without paying it. Okay, so that is something you should pay attention to. You can book without paying and you later pay after everything is okay. But I will recommend that when you want to do booking, check booking.com to see if they actually, because I know booking.com only functions when it comes to accommodation, except that you can pay a flight, but it is not difficult to do that. You can equally go and meet somebody who works with flight agency or with an agency or aviation agency. They will do the booking for you, all right? But they will tell you the days that are going to expire, the days that if you don't pay the flight, the stuff is going to expire. So I will recommend you first of all book it, then tell them when you are going to do the payment. Or if you like, because you cannot just pay for it because you don't know the outcome of your visa yet, all right? That is something you should pay attention to. Now, again, documents, all your educational certificates that you use to apply for the university, you need to authenticate them. Authenticating means that you carry this set of documents to the competent authorities like the Ministry of Education, and of course from the Ministry of Education to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, all right, and you do the legalization there. Those from Cameroon, pay special attention to this and understand if you are using HND, you may not be able to do it at the level of the Ministry of Foreign. First of all, go to the Ministry of Higher Education. Now, when you do that, the next document you need is your bank statement. This document is very, very important because the Turkish government needs to see that you actually have money, that you can take care of yourself, you can feed yourself, you can clothe, and of course you can pay your rents, all right? They don't want liabilities over there, so they want to see that you have money. And if you are taking this bank statement from your parents, maybe from whosoever is related to you, your parents, your father, or your siblings, it should be accompanied by a consent letter to show that yes, I am the one in charge of this person, and this is, you understand, a consent letter or a statement to show that I will be sponsoring this person when he studies in Turkey. Again, the next document you need is your medical insurance, all right? You need an insurance policy of at least 6 months to 1 year. So it depends on how long you are going to be living in Turkey, if your residence permit. But if you ask me, I would say go for 1 year medical insurance because it is going to boost your chances as well at the embassy. If you go to the embassy without this, nothing will be done, all right? They cannot attend to you without you having an insurance. It is called a flight insurance. It is very important as well. Then your visa fee, of course, is going to be probably 50,000. That is how much you need. Remember, I explained to you before that you need money for the agent you are paying, or let me say the second party you are paying, or the people where you are going to apply for your visa or fill the forms. You are not going directly to the embassy, okay? You need money to pay them. You need money for value added tax, which is the VAT, and equally you need money for your visa fee. When you have gathered all these documents, I also want you to understand that, remember, the visa category you are applying to is the student visa. Other visas have their own requirements. For example, tourist visas, Schengen visas, family reunion visas, business visas, medical visas. Every visa has its own requirement. So you should check the embassy's website very well to know which document you need in order to support your own visa requirements. For those of you asking me about other visa types, I do not know anything outside of education, all right? I may know things related to visa updates, but when it concerns working opportunities, most of the countries I don't know about. But know that as an international student, if you are moving to a foreign country, you need to equally be working in that country, all right, for the specific duration of the time you would be spending there. For example, if you move to Turkey, you are a working visa. Of course, you are going to be working, okay? So, but international students, let me say, not really like difficult, but it is going to be somehow disadvantageous for you to use a student visa. Then when you arrive Turkey, you change it to a residence permit. I would encourage you, if you ask me, I would say that maintain your student status, all right, and look for other options, because there must be options. I hope this helps you.